And we had about 6 weeks to get everything done and ready to open on time.
And I have to say, going through the schools with the administration, we toured the schools at the beginning of the school year. The schools were in exceptional condition this year to start the school year. They looked phenomenal. Everything was where it should be. It really looked great. So your staff really pulled it together, and you took the reins, and it was a seamless transition.
Well, thank you. And the other thing that we had to deal with this year was the closing of an elementary building and emptying it out. So not only did we have to get them ready, we had a lot of moving to do as well.
Yes.
So you talk about hitting the ground running, we were running.
Yeah, the closure of Pitcairn went very smoothly. We were able to transition those students into the other buildings, but again, we had all of the types of equipment, things that were down there, and we're still working with that property in Pitcairn, making sure that things stay a certain way until we decide what the future holds for that property. We know that we have 7 buildings here. You have, how many people are on your staff at this point?
About 60.
Okay, so you run a 60 crew, and that's 2 shifts, correct?
3.
3 shifts.
3 shifts, 6 days a week.
Okay, 6 days a week. So between the buildings and, of course, we're in full gear with the sports season at this point.
Absolutely.
With the stadium rolling constantly. How do you decide where your guys are going to go and what the priority in a district this size is?
You try to really work on what's the biggest impact educationally, from a safety standpoint, a security standpoint, and you try to figure out what areas you can get into. Okay. I mean, during the course of the day, my philosophy has always been that it's not our jobs to interrupt education. We're to be there to support it. So I don't want the guys and the staff in the building or in the classrooms during the day. Mm-hmm. So you kind of have to walk a thin line, and it's constantly changing.
Well, that's true. Anything within administration is constantly changing.
Absolutely.
We have to be very fluid in our jobs. So I know that there is a plan now in place. For many years, there was not really a structured plan on how to run the maintenance and facilities in the district. But now I understand there is a plan in place to get us through and provide ongoing maintenance to the buildings.
Correct. We've started to put together, it's like a 2 to 3 year plan on where we want to go with capital improvement projects. But I've also turned and organized all of the work requests using the existing ticket system that technology used. Mm-hmm. So the teachers and the staff are familiar with it, and we've just piggybacked on it and made some changes for us. So it allows me and my secretary to know what we need, where it's at, and gets us a better tracking, and which will increase the feedback that we're able to give to the buildings and the originator, which is most times the teachers. They'll know where we stand with it as well. It's taken time to get online with it, but I see it moving forward, and it's a big culture change for my staff as well. They have to get used to, okay, we're going in, we're doing a job, we're going to complete it, and we're going to move on.
Okay.
It's a change.
Well, I mean, it's definitely showed through and it's shined through on the buildings. When you walk into them, there's definitely a noticeable change. On the grounds, there's definitely a noticeable change. So whatever you're doing with the plan, it seems to be working because you can actually see things getting done at a quicker pace, and the buildings and everything are starting to pull into shape. You have older buildings. We definitely have older schools at Gateway. We're fortunate that the high school that we're in currently right now in this television studio, we have things that are brand new in the high school that were only put in place at around the year 2000. But the other schools, we don't have that luxury in. Most of the buildings were in the 50s that were constructed?
Yes, 50s, a couple of late 40s. And they've had some renovations. The one elementary, Cleveland Stewart, has been renovated. But that's not necessarily a new challenge.
Okay.
A lot of the schools that I had been to before were the old ones, and sometimes they're better.
That's what they
Sometimes
say.
technology is not always a good thing to have. Sometimes older and simpler is a lot better than some of modern technologies and control systems.
Well, we
So it's a
certainly
good thing.
know with you at the helm here with the facilities that we're in good shape, and we know we'll be moving forward and at least have a plan in place to keep our buildings looking good and going strong for the next few years.
Well,
So.
thank you. That's where we want to go.
All right,
We'll
well,
go
we want
forward.
to thank you for joining us today. I know you have a busy schedule ahead, and we're looking forward to great things from you and your department. You guys always do a good job, and we're looking forward to more things down the path.
Very good. Appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Take care.
Take care.
Don't go away, because Kara will be back with another interview with Gateway High School administration.
Gateway High School is considered the crown jewel in our system of schools. The school has been fortunate to have a very good team of principals in place over the last several years, and they've really made a difference in learning when it comes to the education of children in grades 9 through 12. Joining us today is high school principal Bill Short and his new assistant, John Fournier. Welcome, gentlemen. It's good to see you.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Short, as always.
Glad to be here.
And it's great to see you in a different role here. So
thank
this is
you.
wonderful. All right, so this year you have taken the reins and joined Pete Murphy as one of the two assistants that Mr. Short has here at the high school. Always a dynamic team of principals up here. They need to have a lot of energy and just constantly be on the move, which is a great thing. Tell me a little bit, for those people that don't know you, I mean, you've been through the school system a while, but
Sure.
give us a little history about your background and what you've done here at Gateway so far.
Sure. Well, just a little bit about my background, Kara. Originally from Massachusetts. You'll probably pick that up with the accent, but moved to Pennsylvania about 5 years ago. It's my 22nd year in education, and in my 22 years, I have been a secondary school teacher, social studies, and a middle school assistant principal prior to coming to Pennsylvania. My wife and I and my two children, I have a son and daughter,
Nice.
moved to Pennsylvania about 5 years ago, and she has a family in the area, and we wanted to get closer to the family. What drew me to Gateway is the fact that Gateway is an outstanding school district, and I really didn't realize that until I came here and realized how much we're in the fast lane, and some of the great things that are happening at the K to 12 level. I'm very proud to be up here at the high school. My first 5 years were elementary,
Yes.
and it's been a real a very smooth transition from the elementary to the high school, and a lot of that is thanks to Mr. Short and his administrative team here.
Well, Mr. Short has a great team here. He always has.
Thank you.
The high school in general just has good teachers. It's just a really great place to be. You can ask anybody when you come in here. The school's well run, and you always get a feeling of a real family here at Gateway High School.
I'd like to also add that we're excited about Mr. Fournier being a part of our team up here. No question with Mr. Aquilio moving down to Gateway Middle School. Mr. Fournier has stepped in and really acclimated himself very well to the building, getting to know the staff and especially our students. So it's been a smooth transition, and we are definitely excited to move forward this year with Mr. Fournier.
Now, obviously, with the high school, you hit the ground running. It's always a busy place, full of activity, a lot of things going on. What types of things have you done collectively as a team to get this year off to a smooth start?
Well, I think, first of all, at the beginning of the school year, we, together as an administrative team, sat down and looked at our scores and where we wanted to improve, and put together our plan of how we were going to do that. And we spent a lot of time this summer looking at the data and looking at what can we do to make Gateway High School a great school. We're a good school, but we want to become a great school, and we spent a lot of time working on that this summer.
Nice.
There's no question that we really dedicated a lot of time looking at not only the academic achievement, but also the growth of our students overall. And we're very pleased with the release of the PVOS data that indicates growth over the course of the years from 8th grade to 11th grade. And I'm proud to announce that in each category of assessment, math, reading, science, and writing, that we have really excelled and have truly met the requirements for the PVAS growth model.
You really have. I mean, this school has really done its job, and the teachers have put forth the effort. So have the students, parents. It's just been a really wonderful experience, and I know that you guys just won't settle for anything up here. You're pushing to make the school the absolute best that it can be. So with that being said, some of the things that you are now in charge of, what grades?
I'm in charge of grades 10 and 12.
So you have the seniors your first year.
I have the seniors. Yes.
That's good. You'll be enjoying graduation with all the rest of us on that. That's wonderful. So how have the parents received this change in your school?
I've been very well received by the parents. One of the important things, Kara, is the fact that having worked at the elementary level, and when I say elementary K to 6, I got an opportunity to work with the children and the parents down at the K to 6 level, and I know a lot of the parents. Now that some of these students are here at the high school, the students who were going through Mosside Middle School are now in 11th grade, believe it or not. So
That dates all of us.
And it was interesting that a number of the students, when Mr. Fournier was in the hallways and in the cafeteria during the first couple of weeks, were definitely, recognizing Mr. Fournier and welcoming him to the high school and wishing him an outstanding school year.
Oh, that's nice. That's wonderful. So that has to be great to be able to see your students and be able to, reconnect with them.
exactly.
And then see them through for their last 4 years of school.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. So anything else that's going on at Gateway High School that you'd like to talk about that's exciting this year? Because I know you guys always have so many things that go on that's just
One of the
incredible.
areas that we're constantly working on is our positive school-wide behavior support model. And this year we're really focusing not only on the attendance but tardies to class in the school year as we've done in the last couple of years, but also focusing on the number of referrals coming in for individual students and hopefully being able to adjust, remediate, and monitor those individuals to provide them with the success that they need.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So you are absolutely taking every student that you have here, no matter what their level, and reaching out to them.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to great things from Gateway High School. As always, I'd like to thank you both for being here. I wish you and your entire team the best of luck this year. I know you're going to make us proud. You're our crown jewels, so we're looking forward to good things from Gateway High School.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.